Hey pals, welcome back to Peeps Wax Packs and welcome back to another episode of the Basement Files. We're back at the original headquarters and we're going to do a few of these Basement Files episodes while we're here. We've got the Bobby Ryan Sherwood PP9 Jr. hockey stick in the background there. That is my boot hockey stick and has been for, I don't know, 30 years. I thought it might be appropriate because I was out looking for some hockey cards. I went to an LCS that I'd never been to, and it turns out it was fairly new, only been open a year or two, and very small here. It was in St. Paul here, and I found it to be incredibly out of touch. To say the least. I did have a good time, and I spent some time in there talking to the owner and whatnot, and I certainly didn't have any negative comments towards him or the shop. It's just that it was the prices were as though we were in the heyday, or what is now known as the junk wax era, as if we were in like 1987 or 88. When you see a 86 Topps Wally Joyner with an $8 price tag on it, I just didn't know how this shop was going to make any money. But I did peruse around, and I always like to buy something when visiting a shop of any kind, a local shop or a small business, just to support. And it took me a while. I looked around a lot, and I stumbled upon 4 of these packs here. 1990 Topps hockey, nothing crazy, but for $1.25, I thought that would be fun for us to rip. And I almost forgot to mention the World Champion turkey collar. That was in the basement here. Probably heard that. So this is interesting. What you do is you put the chalk, you chalk it up, and one side, as you can see here, I don't know if you can read that, use this side of the box to imitate the gobbler, and this side to imitate the hen. I thought this was pretty cool. Found it in the basement here. It's really beautifully made. It's nicely done, and I'll try to test this without blowing anybody's ears out, give you an idea. It's a turkey collar, of course, and we're here on Thanksgiving. Well, we're not on Thanksgiving, but just before Thanksgiving. Let's try the gobbler. Try to set it down here. Or maybe hold it. Boy, that's awful. There we go. And the hen. So 2 different pitches there, basically. I don't know if I'm doing it right at all. This would be something my grandfather would have had. And so I'm probably butchering it. Forgive me, Al Sr. Anyway, let's get back to the hockey packs, for crying out loud. So 4 packs in 1990, Topps hockey. Let's see how we do, eh? Again, this shop was, I just felt like really out of touch. And, man, it was just rough looking around it. The singles weren't very good, and they were like incredibly they were just priced very poorly. But hey, what do you know? We get a goalie card right out of the gate, Jacques Cloutier. That is cool. Go right into my goalie binder there. Trying to get a better shot of this. I'm at a weird angle today for the basement files. Here we go. Jacques Cloutier. That is cool. Here's the back of the 1990 Topps hockey. Goalie binder material there. Vincent Damphus. Craig Fisher, top prospect for the Flyers. Pat Lafontaine. So I do have a page in the Z Folio for Pat Lafontaine. I do have one hockey Z Folio. I imagine it'll expand at some point, but I haven't filled it yet, so still working on that. Michael Petit for the Nordiques. Love that Nordiques jersey. Always love that one. Steve Smith, defenseman for the Oilers. Nice Curtis Joseph goalie card there. Top prospect, Curtis Joseph. Don't believe Curtis made the Hall of Fame, but he's very close. Correct me if I'm wrong below. Joe Nieuwendyk. We got a team scoring leader for the Flames. This one's a little yellowed, interestingly. Charlie Huddy. Wonder if he was one of the carryovers that didn't have to wear a helmet. Rick Zombo. Another Curtis Joseph? Makes me raise an eyebrow with these packs here. Maybe they were $1.25 for a reason. Two of the same card in the same pack. Maybe that was commonplace. I don't really remember. I didn't open a lot of this as a kid. Somebody out there can tell me. Maybe Shane, you know, are you getting doubles in these packs? Bob Asensa. Brian Hayward, another goalie card there from Montreal. Dave Poulin and Craig Simpson. I mean, they appear to be all good here. The corners seem tight and whatnot. I think maybe that was an anomaly, and they're opening up as they should with a wax seal. It doesn't appear to be glued or anything, and I don't know why anyone would reseal these anyhow. That would be a lot of work for not a lot of reward. Hey, here's a cool one. Ron Francis, team scoring leader, that is. And great Whalers uni there. And this is also a little yellow. I wonder if that has to do with where the card is in the pack. You can see the difference. I don't know. See the difference on the border there? Anyhow, I don't have this Ron Francis, and I do have a couple of Ron Francis pages in the Z Folio, so it'll go in there. Teppo Numminen, Glenn Featherstone, another Dave Poulin, Doug Wilson, Hall of Famer there, the Blackhawks, another helmetless player there, checklist. We got a Bruins team card. It's pretty cool, featuring Pedersen and who's in there? Is that Kreider? I think it's Kreider. Tommy Albalin. We've got a Brad Lauer. For the Caps, we have Michael Pavanka, Darren Pupa, remember him, cool goalie card there. Lee Norwood, Peter Svoboda. I do love the design of this. You know, you got this kind of hockey stick design element up here. I just love the borders and, you know, the simple text down here, very readable. And of course you got the team name up here. The backs I like as well. I like that green and blue color. I think they're very clean and nicely designed. I know they were overprinted and whatnot, but I like them. Dan Quinn and Craig Cox. All right, a couple more here as we approach the 10-minute mark. As I ramble on about a turkey call that I can't use, or I don't know how to use. Ooh, I think I saw Mark Messier. Hey, Neil Broughton, Hall of Famer for my North Stars. That's a nice one there. I've got the Neil Broughton rookie card as well as the Cicerelli rookie card from the early 80s. So anyway, those are two of my favorite hockey cards. And this Neil Broughton will go into my Z Folio as well. Scott Arniel, Brett Hull. Got a page for Brett Hull in there. Randy Gregg. Alexei Kasatonov. Not familiar with this gentleman. Hey, a Patrick Waugh. That's beautiful. Love that Patrick Waugh. One of my favorites. Some people would say the GOAT. At least the GOAT of our generation anyway. Thomas Steen. Okay, a Mark Messier team scoring leader. And it appears to be these team scoring leaders have, you know, these are the ones that have the slightly yellowed border. Miko Mikela, Zarli Zalapski, that's quite a name there. Zarli Zalapski for the Pens. All right, Zarli. Mike O'Connell for the not the Flames, the Red Wings. Pardon me. Paul Ysebaert, Paul Sebert. We butchered that one. Sorry, Paul. Patrick Sundstrom. We got a Tony Tunti and Greg Adams for the Canucks. Not bad so far. We got some cool scoring leaders. A Messier scoring leader. Francis. Maybe we can position this here in a little backdrop. A little late for that, but why not? All right, one more to go from the LCS. This is what, again, kind of the only thing I found that I thought would be fun and sort of worth spending some money on. They weren't that much, $1.25 a piece. And here we have a John Ogrodnik, team scoring leader for the Rangers. Let's focus on John. There we go. Jeff Reese, Leafs goalie. So getting some good goalies in here, and a Paul Coffey All-Star card. That's beautiful. I've got a couple pages of Paul Coffey in my Z-Folio. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but the early 80s Oilers, outside of the North Stars, the early 80s Oilers, like probably many of us, we love them, or I love them, I should say, and I've always been a collector of dynasty teams, and I've got all the rookies, all the big rookies from that early Oilers team, apart from the great one, because, well, I just haven't had the funds to get one. I should have got one a long time ago, and I didn't, and I'm kicking myself, but what do you do? I'll get into one of these days, and that'll complete the early 80s Oilers dynasty. All right, back to Kirk Muller here for the Devils. Doug Smale, Winnipeg. Scott Mellenby, remember him from the Flyers, good player there. Right wing, Dave Taylor for the Kings. We got a Brian Mullen for the Rangers. Rick Bennett, top prospect for the Rangers. Brian Hayward, goalie, another goalie card, excellent. Mike Foligno for the Sabres. Kevin Dineen for the Whalers. Nice looking Whalers card there. Mark Lamb, center for the Oilers. Tom Fergus. And a Rangers team card. I don't know, what can we highlight out of here for the background as I take everyone's time going through these? How about Paul Coffey? I love Paul. And we got a Messier, a Patrick Waugh. Hard to go wrong there. I know there's a Ron Francis in here somewhere, but I'll spare everybody the time real quick, and we'll just do some quick highlights. Get Paul Coffey going in the background here. Get a Patrick Waugh. Get Messier here. Try to get these a little closer, get some focus. And then I did find one single that the price was tolerable. And that is, it's a modern card. It's a 2019-2020 OPC Platinum Rainbow Foil. They call it a Rainbow Foil. See on the back here, I don't know if you can see that. Right under his name it says Rainbow. It is card number 1, which I thought was cool. You know, Sidney Crosby, he's going to walk right into the Hall of Fame. He's a legend, and highly collectible. And this was just $3. I thought that was a fair price. Took a lot of digging, but I found this, and it was in good shape. He let me take it out and look at it too, which I thought was nice. So Sid the Kid, card number 1, a rainbow, which is ultimately it's a refractor. It's not a foil card. This is OPC Platinum, and it's essentially it's a refractor. They can't use the word refractor, so they use rainbow. Anyway, there it is, my little LCS hockey pickups. And there it is, the Basement Files. What are we on? Episode 6? Episode 6. Volume 6. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.